questions?
Sure. Who am I speaking
Mark
to?
Ziegler, the GOP News Post.
How
Good to
you
see you. How are you? Well, what do you think about this tribute for your dad?
It's amazing. I just wish he was here to see it, but I'm speechless.
Well, he had no doubt how much the city loved him, though, did he?
Yeah, and we appreciate it.
And is this the kind of tribute that you'd like to see for him?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I think they want to get a picture of you.
Okay.
There you go.
We can scoot over just a little bit to my right.
Tell me how you're keeping your dad's music alive.
Listening to it every day.
Are you guys continuing to play?
We play here and there. We about to start back again at the Howard Theater, but yeah, we got shows here and there. We still playing.
You looking forward to playing at this pavilion?
Yeah, yes, you know it. Yes, I can't wait.
Terrific.
I'm ecstatic. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And thank the city
you.
for helping the father so much. They do.
Yes, they
Thank
do.
you.
Thank
And
you.
the man. Thank you.
Sir. You were kind of making the distinction between Washington monuments and D.C. Could you make that distinction again for us?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our monuments, which are iconic, are really a tribute to people who had a national significance. Former presidents, for example, Jefferson, Lincoln, Washington, and we have so many of those, and we just want to make sure that we recognize that we have over 600,000 people who live in the city, many of whom made an important contribution to the city, the District of Columbia. And Chuck was one of those. He was a son of the city. Even though he was nationally known, people connected him to the District of Columbia. And this will be a monument that recognizes him and his contribution to this city.
Are you looking forward to the first show there?
Absolutely. You know, Chuck's band is still playing, and his daughter is in it. They still have the same manager, Tom Goldfogle, so it just seems fitting that they might be part of the first show that's done there.
Can you clarify, yesterday you made national headlines by saying the Washington Redskins name should be considered to be changed. Do you think it's a racist name, and do you think that the...
Well, I think, Tim, I think I've said all I'm going to say, excuse me, on it at this stage. You know, it's a big discussion that's associated with the name. There are others who've had names, you know, like Stanford and St. John's and others who have decided to change it. But that's a decision the Redskins will have to make, the Washington Redskins will have to make themselves.
But you said yesterday you would want them to change their name before they come back to the city.
Well, I said they ought to consider doing that. I didn't take a position, a definitive position one way or the other. I said that's something that they ought to consider because it is such a discussion point with so many people.
But you did call the name a lightning rod. What did you mean by a lightning rod?
Because it is such a discussion point. You know, so many people talk about it and what they consider to be its significance.
Why won't you say whether you find the name offensive at all?
I want to hear the discussion. I want to hear what people have to say about it. There are many people who think the name, you know, is something that symbolizes the football team here, you know, and that is perhaps one of the most identifiable, you know, logos and nicknames of a football team in National Football League. I got to go, guys.
I know you were. You know some people.
Suggestions that we ought to have any, you know, any changes around how we're addressing it at this point.
So there's no epidemic?
We don't know of an epidemic in the district at this stage, other than one I'm about to address.
Yeah, we may have one here now.
Well, you had the flu, didn't you? Because a couple of press conferences ago, I remember you were really struggling.
I did, and you know, I don't know whether it was a cold, the flu, or whatever, but yeah, I did go through a bout of something.
My pharmacist this morning said he was running out of flu shots. Are you concerned about that at all?
I'm sorry.
Are you concerned about the...
So we hope that the supplies are replenished as quickly as we can.
Mr. Mayor, are you going with Ms. Che to the White House tomorrow to take the presidential plates?
No, I think this is a project of hers. I just heard about it last night.
Did she invite you?
I haven't talked to her about it.
Okay, thank you.
Tim, last I heard they may change the scheduling. I heard this morning they may change.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were great. So I don't know. What does this mean to you all?
It means the world to us, man. We wish our father was here to see it. You know, this is beyond any of our imaginations. Very nice.
And Wiley, what are your thoughts?
It's truly an honor, and just words can't explain how great we feel about this. And we know our dad would be jumping for joy right now if he was seeing this right now. So we're happy for him, and we're just so blessed that the mayor and the city has, supported my dad in the way
What's
that
been
they
your
have.
reaction since since your dad's death? People's reaction to it?
It gave us a greater outlook on how much his fans appreciate him, because it's just like the love that the city has showed after he passed. It helped us with the grieving process, so it really helped.
And your reaction?
Overwhelming, man. We really realized how much our father actually meant to the city as a whole. We knew, but to see the outpour of love from people after he passed, and even still to this day, just even being here right now, every day it's a reminder of how much he really meant.
Do you think your dad knew how much the city loved him?
I don't think he knew this much, man. I really don't. I don't think he knew this much. He always remained humble, He loved the fans. Fans were number one to him. He was always worried about, how people perceived him and how they looked at him. Because he always stopped for anybody for autograph. He never rushed off anywhere. He took his time with it. So I don't think he knew this much though.
He could barely walk down the street.
Right. He could barely walk down the street. This is amazing, man.
And I apologize. Could I get your name on tape?
Nikos Brown. That's
So
right.
first, Nikos.
Nekos.
Okay, and yours, I'm sorry.
Wiley Brown, Wiley.
Thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
Mark, because we did the interview down at Coliseum. I kept looking over there,
Can I just get a quick reaction from you? How long were you with? Was that the light train? How long were you with Chuck?
Started working with him, I guess, in the early 90s. So didn't start managing him really till about 2000, but helping him out for about 10 years before that.
And what do you think he would have made of all of this?
He would have been overjoyed. He would have been smiling ear to ear, grinning, just so appreciative, just humble to the core.
And what do you think about that? I mean, you've seen a lot of venues in your years, obviously, but now, Chuck Brown.
No, I think this is incredible. I think it's a great for his legacy, and I think the people of DC just appreciate so much that when he's recognized, they're recognized, and I think they'll love this as well.
And how about the band? What happens now with the band?
So the band has been playing. They've been doing a legacy series at the Howard where they play with the national artist, and that gives them a chance to continue to celebrate his music, the fans a chance to celebrate his music, and national artists to come in and do some of Chuck's songs, which helps kind of elevate that music, I think, as well. So they'll continue to play.
Think we can expect to see them at the ribbon cutting?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mark.
Good to see you.
You too. I appreciate it.